How long have you been with us? About like 2.5 months since you joined us here at EA Automatic?
Yeah, man, that sounds about right.
Overall, how's the experience been? And if you had to just sum it up in a few words, what would you say?
Man, I'm about 4,100 so far, which is considerably more than I'd ever expected.
There's a lot of ads that are kind of, let's just say, sketchy. What made you like actually click our ad instead of just skipping along?
Yeah, I think it was just sort of more the way that you explained the institutional trading. It just sort of clicked. It made sense. Like you're not guessing. Like there's actually logic and reasons for the trades that you're making, and that just sort of resonated with me.
It's good to see you, Colt. Hope everything's going well. How's your day going, man? What's going on?
Hey, Dave, man, good. Thanks. I just caught the golf course, hit them pretty sharp today, so I'm feeling pretty good this evening.
Nice, man. I hope you got some good shots in. I love. That's a great way to spend a day is just putzing around on the course. But here we are. So it's been like what? How long have you been with us? About like 2.5 months since you joined us here at EA Automatic.
Yeah, man, that sounds about right, man. It's flying by. So yeah, that sounds about right.
Cool. Time really does fly when you're not paying too much attention. So I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm just kind of curious. I love to check in with our clients and see how things are going. So overall, how's the experience been? And like if you had to just sum it up in a few words, what would you say?
Man, I'm about 4,100 so far, which is considerably more than I'd ever expected.
Yeah, man, straight to the point, I suppose. Up 4,100. Not worried about the customer service, just the brass tacks, just to the money. So that's not bad. Over 10 weeks. Let's think. Yeah, that's really solid performance. Good job. So what were your expectations going in? Were you expecting that kind of earnings?
Man, I honestly I didn't really know what to expect. I just knew if I wanted to try something different with my money instead of just letting it just sit there, not doing a whole much for me, just sitting in a savings account. I didn't really know what to expect, but so far I couldn't be happier.
Gotcha. More than fair enough. These lousy interest rates that we've got right now, man. The CD rates, everything, and it's just the interest rates are not great. So what exactly led you to find us specifically? Like, how did you find EA Automatic? Tell me about it.
YouTube. I was just sitting there in the evening, digging through some finance videos, and saw your ad pop up.
Oh, very cool. Hey, you don't mind if we put this one up on YouTube, do you?
Have at it.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, the YouTube rabbit hole, man. Good times. I spend a lot of time there myself. So there's a lot of ads that are kind of let's just say sketchy. So what made you like actually click our ad instead of just skipping along?
Yeah, I think it was just sort of more the way that you explained the institutional trading. That just sort of clicked. It made sense. Like you're not guessing. Like there's actually logic and reasons for the trades that you're making, and that just sort of resonated with me.
That's dude. That's you kind of just nailed it because that's really our whole philosophy. Like we really want to. We don't just want to copy trades. We want to understand why big money's moving the way it moves. And so after like 2.5 months, do you feel that you can see the difference in our practice?
For sure. I mean, the trades feel calculated. It's not just random, do this, do that. That's sort of what I imagine trading would be like. So the calculated trades, they feel really good for me.
Absolutely, man. That's a good way to put it. More calculated. That's yeah, that's it. So like before you joined the EA Automatic, have you ever done any trading on your own, or did you ever have a broker, or was this your first kind of dive into trading markets?
This is my first time with forex. I dabbled with the crypto a few years back during the whole Bitcoin craze. But this is my first time with forex.
All right, yeah, the crypto madness, man. Did you do good on that? Did you actually come out a winner, or did you go the other way?
um, well, I bought high and sold low.
I feel for you, man. That sucks. Uh, yeah, you think you're gonna the fear of missing out is real, man. You think you're gonna so you dive in and then that sucks. So when you saw our YouTube ad, you weren't worried about getting burned like you were burned by crypto?
Man, I mean, I was hesitant, of course, at first. Anytime you're hard earned money, you're putting it out there. But whenever I was looking into this, it just felt more professional, I guess. Plus that institutional angle, it just made logical sense for me. So it was worth my time.
Gotcha. So what felt more professional to you exactly?
Man, I mean, just the way you broke down the market psychology instead of just promising easy money. It felt like there was a purpose and it felt more educational.
Dude, that is exactly what we're going for. I don't want easy. It's not easy money. It's a system that has been painstakingly built. Um, every time education over fake promises. We want to be upfront and honest. Um, so okay. So you're up 4,100 in a couple weeks. Has that affected your daily life routine? Has it changed like your outlook on things? Are you constantly checking your phone and looking at the up for updates? Are you constantly refreshing or what's tell me what's going on?
Man, the first few weeks I looked like a teenage girl playing with my phone, man. I was obsessed. Every couple hours, every few minutes, I'm trying to play golf, and it's like, let me this. Oh wait, let me check right quick. I was watching every move of it for the first few weeks for sure.
Yeah, man. A lot of people fall into that. Like, well, I mean, and I get it. You put your hard-earned money into something, and so you want to check in on it, and it's kind of scary because there's a lot of BS out there. But now, how are you feeling?
Man, after seeing the progress, I'm much more relaxed. I can't say I don't check it, but every morning with the coffee, before we start the day, I take a glance at it, and at the end of the day, I'm still a habitual. Am I going to sleep good tonight type person? So I take a peek before bed, but I've limited it to mornings and evenings. That's about it.
Gotcha. That's pretty chill. So, what was there any like moments or anything that helped you step back from checking constantly?
I mean, I just once I grew confidence in the platform, I just realized the stress wasn't worth it. And I noticed I felt better and was doing better when I wasn't overthinking every single trade.
Dude, yeah, that's another thing you just nailed. That's a common pattern, is just overthinking things and then worrying about everything. The less you interfere with something, honestly, the better it works. Um, so have you shared this with anybody else? Have you shared with any friends, family, any of that?
My pops is in. I've been sort of chatting with him a little about it. He's been in finance his whole career, so I sort of wanted to get his 2 cents on it.
Ooh, very cool. What did he say? I'd love to know what your pop said, man.
I mean, typical pops. A little skeptical at first. He sort of kept asking about regulation and risk management, but when I started showing him my returns over time, it was definitely something that sparked some interest for him.
Dude, yeah, that's the lance that pops the skepticism bubble, like but that's probably harder to convince like than a spouse is convincing your dad, especially given his experience. What convinced him that it was legit for sure?
Yeah, I mean, it was really just the facts that the losses were controlled and the wins weren't crazy, unrealistic number. So he sort of was like, well, that looks institutional enough. So here we are.
Well, that's great, man. Coming from someone in finance, that's high praise. I will take it, sir. So let me think. Has he given you any advice about scaling or managing profits?
I mean, obviously, with his background, it was, that don't get too greedy too fast type mindset that came from him.
Hey, smart pops right there, man. Good advice. So speaking of scaling, what are your thoughts there? Like, are you thinking about like kind of increasing your position size? Or are you just going to stay conservative? What are you going to do?
I'm thinking about jumping in a little bit deeper next week. I mean, the results have been solid enough that the confidence is there. So I'm thinking about moving forward a little bit deeper.
Hey, man, that makes all the sense in the world. Especially after we just had some pretty volatile periods the last couple months, but I think things are going to be straightening out. And how do you feel our system handled all that volatility?
I mean, so far so good. Actually, I mean, I felt really well. Obviously, there was a few rough days that we all sort of saw, but nothing that really made me panic or jump out of my skin or anything crazy. So I feel like it's doing really well.
Good, man. Tell me more about the rough days. Let's really dive into that. What was going through your head? What were you thinking when you're seeing it? Because the market, it's volatile by nature, so we're trying to profit off that.
Yeah, I mean, it was just there was one week where we had like 3 or 4 losing trades in a row, and it was sort of like, man, here we go again, sort of like with the crypto thing. So
Uh,
it was a little bit rough there for a few days.
gotcha. But you wound up sticking with it, right? And everything. And what kept you from bailing out, man?
Yeah, I mean, it was basically the controlled losses. I mean, the losses were small. With crypto, I was like, 60% in a day. You
Ooh,
were like, oh Lord, and these
ooh.
were more manageable setbacks.
Gotcha. That's it, man. 60% losses in a day. That hurts my stomach. I'm so sorry. Risk management truly is everything, my friend. How did that rough patch resolve itself with EA Automatic?
Man, I mean, the next week, more than made up for it. That was sort of, when I really started understanding the long term approach. I mean, we had a nice bounce back the following week. So it was like, okay, this is something that we can look forward to in the long term rather than just these quick wins. It was a long term game and a long term approach.
Dude, thank you for saying that. The long term approach is it. The consistent wins is what you want. It's like a relationship. You got to put in that good energy every day. I love that institutional mindset kind of kicking in there. It's they're not trying to. You can't win every trade. That's just not what's going to happen. But when you're playing the long game, you just want those consistent, steady growth. So looking on the other side of things, like on the user experience, if you will, the interface of EA Automatic. Here's a question for you: how do you explain what EA Automatic does to people who have no clue about trading? Like, if you're talking to someone about us, how do you say it? Do you just say like AI intelligence? What do you do?
And I mean, I usually sort of position it as it's like having a really smart assistant that studies how professional traders think, and then they take their studies and apply it to my account and what I'm trying to accomplish.
Gotcha, dude. Actually, that's a really good way to put it because it's pretty much the facts. We've analyzed the top 300 traders, and yeah, man, I like that. It's a really good way to.
Yeah, I mean, people seem to understand that better than trying to just explain forex altogether, explain algorithms. So when you sort of put it in those words, it seems to make sense for them.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, I understand it, and my eyes still glaze over when algorithms come up. So I totally get that. So looking ahead, where do you see EA Automatic fitting into your overall financial picture? How are you going to move forward?
I mean, right now, I mean, quite frankly, it's sort of it's a dip a toe in. It's starting to expand a little bit. We might get to the whole foot, but moving forward, if we keep seeing the performance that I'm seeing, I can see this definitely making up a large piece of the puzzle here.
I dig it, man. Yeah, smart. Smart to diversify. That's always a good move. But yeah, having EA Automatic is a big piece of it. Makes all the sense in the world too. So, all right. One more question. I've probably taken enough of your time, and this is a big question for you. All right. So, if someone came to you tomorrow, a friend, a coworker, and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about trying EA Automatic," what would your full, like, honest response to them be?
Tell them it's been the most logical approach to trading that I've seen. If you can go in and be patient and let the system do its thing, it's going to be every bit worth your time, and you're going to be so glad that you gave it a try.
Awesome. I love to hear that, man. That makes me happy. I couldn't ask for better feedback, honestly. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're making money. That's what it's about.
Man, it's just the truth, man. It's been awesome.
Oh, can't argue with math, man. That's it's just facts is facts on the ground. So this has been super great. I really appreciate it. Thanks for talking with me today. Thanks for taking the time. Seriously, congrats on the 4100. Solid work. Keep at it. And yeah, let's talk again, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks again, David. Appreciate you.
You got it, Colt. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, okay?